Just coffee. You're a hurting unit.
Level 4 overhang today, buddy.
Yeah. You're. Oh, I'm kind of surprised that you're not hitting a little bit of hair of the dog. You know what I'm saying?
I had all the hair off the dog yesterday. It's fine. I had my share and somebody else's share too. You ever have one of those nights where you're having a good time and you think somebody else is drinking out of your glass?
I have, actually, out of a bottle the next day. You remember that story?
I do remember that. Hey, you were in an emotional spot. What are you going to do? Maker's Mark, right?
No, the night when we went, when we were on our bike ride the next morning, that bottle of Jameson.
Yeah.
Man, we crushed this bottle. Dude, that was all you.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Fuck,
Yeah.
somebody else was
There was no us there. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't the same night we put the motorcycle up on the bar, was it? No.
We didn't do that. You were with somebody else who did that.
It was there. It was the same place.
Yeah, that was
Unfortunately, you can't get those. Yeah, you can't get those cabins no more. Yeah, the bartender was being a shit, so we took the smallest bike we had of the group, Springer, and put it up on the fucking bar and left it there for the morning. They were not happy. Believe me, not happy. They did not see the humor value in that at all.
I am surprised that we were even allowed to go back there after that.
They mentioned it when we checked in.
Wow.
All motorcycles could be kept out of the properties.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'd be really happy about that.
That place kind of went south anyway.
Yeah, it did, and they sold the cabins to the local hunting group.
Yeah.
So it's for hunting retreats and stuff now, so you can't even just sort of rent them out randomly in advance for the summer or whatever.
That sucks.
So what are you going to do? It does encourage me that it's one of the best counties in the States, I think, for whitetail.
Really?
If it wasn't so far away, it'd be all right to become a member of that club, but you got to be a member of the club to even sign up for dates to use them. So it's like, I don't know if I'm willing to go through all that. I'm like, yeah, we got some stuff here, buddy. You're recording, eh?
We are.
Yeah.
So I'll get us started. How about that?
Yeah, have at it.
Well, welcome everybody to another episode of the I Shower After Work podcast. Jason and I are again in our respective studios, East and West Job trailers, coming to you live. Wait,
anyone when you're listening?
Live.
Pre-recorded. No. I wish it was live.
Oh, what's the disclaimer about the pre-recordedness? I can't remember that one off the top of my head. Do you?
No, I'm not sure what you're getting at.
These episodes media was recorded
in front of a live studio audience. We don't even have that. I could bring the dog down, I suppose.
I figured we'd talk a little bit of news. We haven't done news in a while, my man.
Yeah, we haven't done the news in a while. I thought there was some fun stuff happening in the news here, pal.
There's some fun stuff. There's some crazy stuff. It looks like I've dialed in a little bit on the local news, and you're going national news.
Yeah, from what I can tell from
worldly news.
Yes, I did a few more like worldly things.
That's pretty fun, man.
Yeah, well, let's say we have some fun talking about the news sometimes, especially when it's current. A couple of times, twice on previous news episodes, we picked a story that sounded fun, and it turned out it had happened like 3 years before or 4 years before.
Right.
I actively tried to avoid that this time. I was checking release dates, like, okay, AP News is up to date, kind of. That one's 2025. No, it's not new enough. So,
well, and that's what's so funny is the world it continues to be a mix of hilarious and clusterfuck and what the hell and you've got to be kidding me and local dumpster fire.
I agree entirely. Let's jump in here, buddy. Like John said, welcome everybody. We're happy to have you here. What's your first one here? Bus slams into Hamline University.
A bus driver drove a fucking bus into Hamline University. There's 3 kids on the bus. All of them were hurt, but not life-threatening. Of course, the driver was hurt because he smashed the fucking front of the bus into the wall. My daughter has a friend that is going to Hamline University, and she was not there on site that day, but from what I understand is the bus almost hit two of her friends and a professor.
Yikes.
Yeah. So the crash happened around 2:10 p.m. in the Robbins Science Center. And so from what I've heard, and I haven't fact checked any of this, but that same company that operates that bus, I think in 2023 failed 91% of its inspections. Like, let's talk about how in the fuck do you keep operating buses if you fail that many inspections?
It seems like, whoa, he did a lot of damage to that bus.
Yeah, he smashed the shit out of it.
God damn.
Right.
Surprisingly, nobody was seriously injured.
Right. No, and they were injured, but not seriously. So thank God for that. I mean, there was 3 kids on board, so
Right. I noticed they don't say the age of the kids. Man,
no.
he also missed a bunch of big trees to even get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. And nobody has said, honestly, well, it says here in the article, it says based on the initial analysis, the driver pushed on the gas instead of the brake.
It happens, you know? I do
Have you
like
ever
they had
been in
to
a
almost
bus?
immediately say, driver, air quotes, did not exhibit any signs of intoxication or impairment.
Yes.
So that's good, at least.
Yes. I don't know. Like, you got to be pretty fucking impaired to miss a goddamn brake pedal on a bus. You know how big they fucking are?
It's a variety of people who get themselves hired as bus drivers. I mean, for some people, it's a full-time gig, but a lot of people, it's just like a morning, afternoon, sort of part-time-ish,
Right.
right? Yeah, if you
Right.
can pass a drug test and you can drive a vehicle, I mean, they're all automatic. It's not like you've got to have a CDL. Maybe you do.
Right.
Like, maybe you do. Do you have to have a CDL to drive a bus?
You have to have a Class B CDL.
Okay. So something anyway.
Not a Class A, but a Class B. Yeah.
91% of their inspections failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely put a link to this. This was back in the second, so just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Fucking
front end
nuts.
damage of that bus, I'm amazed.
Right. Well, and it almost hit. He almost drove it into the biolab area of the fucking university. So
Bring on the conspiracy theories.
So what kind of shit could have been released? I don't know what they do at Hamline. I don't know what they study or whatnot, but it's a fucking science biolab. Like,
I'm sure there's various things that are innocuous that when mixed together on the front end of a school bus and aerosol could probably turn into something bad.
maybe.
That could
Right.
happen in just a lot of garages, right?
Right. Exactly.
Residential garages.
Right.
Well, again, fortunately, none of the kids hurt. You didn't see anything about how old the kids were, did you?
No. They were taken to children's, so they were young enough to go to children's. So
Oh, that's kids then, yeah. Yeah, check this out
approximately 12 children were on the bus at the time, and 3 of those students were rushed to Children's Hospital to be examined for minor injuries. So,
ooh. Yeah, we'll definitely have the link in the show notes, folks. Check this out. This guy, well, again, lucky there wasn't more injuries, pal.
right.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God is right. I found something here that I wanted to run by you. I had a very interesting conversation with Doug's wife last night when we were having dinner. AI
Okay.
and data centers and whatnot, and I brought this part up to her, and it was one of these things that, if you take a minute to think about it, it seemed to me that maybe my attitude started to change a little. So, the data center AI company NVIDIA is rolling out a program. They're starting with 100 homes somewhere in the Southwest, I think this article says, where you can earn up to $22,000 a year by having a mini AI data center about the size of an air conditioning unit on your property hooked into your power.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, so let me break down here. The best case scenario, depending on if you're living in an expensive place like California where electricity and internet and things are more expensive, it's probably the max is 22. It's probably more like 6,500 or 9,000 bucks. But what they do is they do offer all the cost of putting the unit in, hooking into your electrical, making sure your electrical is upgraded enough to take it, because according to what they're saying here, they want to use these units to trap into what they're calling stranded or unused residential capacity. So they're saying the average home only uses about 42% of its allocated power. We'll use the extra on your line if it's there, and if it's not, it's a good spot. Maybe we'll just upgrade your line and your panel for you. In a lot of these cases, what they're going to try to do is it would pay your electrical bill on top of whatever they use, and pay for your internet and make sure your internet connection is obviously solid and good and underground and, the least amount of disruption possible.
Right.
And some allocation of like actual payments to you on a monthly basis. Depending on where you live and what it costs, it could earn you quite a bit extra a year.
Okay, so I'm gonna start punching holes in this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start punching holes because this is kind of bullshit, because they say it'll pay you up to $1,000 a month, which translates into $22,000 a year. Motherfucker, no, it don't. That's 12,000.
That's 12,000.
Like, let's do fucking real school math here.
Right, but what they're talking about there, as I looked into this, right? They're talking about what you get paid in order to have that service on your property. The extras that get you up to the 22 is that they're paying for all or a portion of your electrical, your internet.
No, bitch,
stuff
please.
Like that. Right. But I mean, like, that's that. What's your internet and your electrical, man? How much a month?
Well, I mean, during the summertime, it's substantial.
Right.
Well, in mine, okay, so my internet bill is $75 a month. And then my electric bill's like $250.
If that's getting covered.
Yeah, okay. So, but here's the problem.
This is where I got to.
So
it starts to sound appetizing, right?
Well, here's the problem with this, right? They're trying to do this from just a quick scan of the document here. They're trying to do this to lessen the impact of big data centers on power grids and stuff like that. Dude, in order to do this in a scale that meets the larger data centers, you one have to have a ton of fucking houses doing this. And then you're just doing the same thing to the fucking power grid, just you're across houses.
But spreading it out over, let's say on the citywide basis, all right? Spreading all of that out over a citywide basis.
You're still on the same power grid.
Yeah, but different zones, different, like, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to, I still like the idea of them having their own little, like, mini nuke plants right beside it, and you just generate your own power. I understand people talking about that because it's water cooled. I understand people are talking about ecological impact and all this, right?
Right.
Is it good to have it in one localized area where you can test and control and regulate, or have smaller, less detrimental versions spread out across the grid in different substations and areas? I don't know. I think this is their way of trying to encourage, I don't want to use the word trick, but encourage people to let them do this instead of building their own power. Because that's going to be a huge cost for this, right?
Yeah, it absolutely will.
We talked about it.
Right. And okay, so let's talk about what are they using to cool these little mini units?
They are liquid cooled units.
Self-contained liquid cooled mini data centers designed to sit outside your house, resemble a large HVAC unit, which no packs serious computing power. So advanced cooling and integration with span smart electrical panels.
Several terabytes of high-speed RAM.
I want to know, yeah, it's liquid cooled, but are they tapping into the water of your fucking house then?
I presume. But again, if they're paying all of or highly subsidizing your utilities.
They absolutely are. Looking at the picture of the top section. That's a water pump circulating system.
Yeah, like it sure looks like that's what it is, right?
I mean, but that's just a marketing photo. That's not a real world application. So I'd be interested in what it actually looks like once they see. I mean, dude, the more and more I look into it, the more and more I'm sitting here going, look, I should probably put solar panels on my house just to offset some of the electrical cost of my house. You know what I mean? I have a gigantic south-facing fucking roof. Like my house sits east-west. My entire backside of my house is south-facing with no tree coverage. I should really start looking into maybe a little bit.
The only drag is it's so far up there if there's a problem because you got a full size tall house, right?
Yeah, but at the
I
same,
always think about future.
well, and here's where I get hung up on that. On even anything like this, right? This ties into the same thought process. Okay, so what happens if who's responsible? Like, say I gotta replace the roof. Who's responsible for taking down all the solar panels?
Right.
I've got to replace the siding on my house. Who's responsible for unhooking this fucking thing? Because you technically you don't own it.
Right.
Like, are they going to charge you to come out and unhook it for a hot minute? Are they going to allow you to unhook a data center from your house? Like,
I bet you got to schedule in advance. I bet
like
you there's
a
got to be a lot
long
of
time.
permits and yeah, specific shutdowns and yeah, like there's definitely some things you got to think about with all this, right? Yeah, because I know my neighbors across the way, down a few houses, got their roof done with a bunch of south facing as many as they could structurally put on the roof.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, if that was my neighbor right across the street, I'd have to go over and have a conversation with them, which I've never have before. We waved at each other, I think, once, and I dropped off an Amazon package that accidentally got delivered to me.
Yeah.
And say, hey, look, if you put those in there and there's sunshine shining in my front window an extra 3 hours a day every day, not just in the evening, I don't know if I'm going to be happy with that. Like, I don't know if I want the reflection out that I can't even look out my front window because there's another sun that we usually don't see until 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Right.
Like, but fortunately they didn't bite, so that's good.
Gotcha. This is not a notice to all the fucking salesmen out there to come knocking on my fucking door because get fucked.
You're definitely going to see it in your algorithm now.
Probably. This is kind of interesting though. Like I understand the pilot program. I understand where they're going with it. I can get behind the business aspect of it. I'm not 100% sure that it fixes the problem that we have. I think it's a band-aid, and I think it's a band-aid to people that are naive and don't understand.
That's why I said I wanted to use the word opportunity when my brain said trick.
Yeah.
But devil's advocate, I'm going to say it out loud here. So if they haven't come up with the idea and they do eventually, I can take claim for it. If I was one of the bigwigs with NVIDIA, I would be looking for new residential developments that just had new grid work put into the area to provide electricity and water for the development and talk to the developer and go, okay, hey, we're going to throw you a few bucks. We're putting these on every third house.
Yeah,
pre-installed.
Yeah,
that's
but
on
then,
the homeowner then if they want to buy one, right?
well, then that's the problem. Like if, because then what's the point of owning a home? You don't actually own the home. You own a fucking data center. You don't even own the data center. The data center, I guarantee you, the data center owns your fucking house at that point. Like,
I would have to think their easements and whatnot on the property lean towards their benefit pretty quick if something needed to be done. No, sorry, we got to rip your yard up because we got to put in power right from the street now for this thing, not your house.
right.
But you said it could be on the property for 20 years, but we only paid your utilities if we didn't do this. But since we've now done this, that's just there. It's just part of your property now.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, people can show up anytime they want and just check on it without like asking or anything. Yeah, it's not great.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah, so it's a pilot program, folks. There's only, they said they're rolling out 100 to see how it goes this summer sometime.
Yeah, like I said, I can understand, I can respect the grind on the business side of it. I can respect the videos. They're trying to shift away or subsidize the larger data centers. I can understand that. I think they should probably focus more on actually racing to the fucking stars with everybody else. NVIDIA should be trying to get a data center in space, like Google and freaking SpaceX.
You don't got to worry about liquid cooling up there.
Exactly.
Yeah. In space, no one can hear you stealing their data.
Right.
All right. What else you got here? Oh, I'm going to bring this one up. This looks interesting, buddy.
Yeah. Which is
paste. I'm a multi-screen wizard now, folks. John
it
pulled me
is.
out of the caveman. Oh, this site cannot be reached. What's going on, buddy?
Well, so what I wanted, I don't know what's happening there for you.
I'm gonna just try this again. It's okay. You go ahead, buddy. Start off, and I'll catch up.
So recently I wanted to bring sports into it because we got a lot of sports fans out there, and I'm sorry to tell you, but the Tigers thumped the freaking Twins 11-0 on June 11th.
That's not good.
Oh, they got their ass handed to them. That is horrible. That is complete and utter blowout, man.
Yes, that's not good. Also, though, I did see something on that note of I don't know if it was the same game. Some local rivalry going on here now. They had people in the crowd chanting "fuck Edina" for about 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Why Edina and why on that day? Like just local sort of, fuck Edina, fuck this city, fuck that city, like chanting in the crowd.
I
So
mean,
much
I
that the
understand fuck Edina. Have
yeah, I
you
kind
spent
of
much time in Edina?
yeah, working and whatnot. Like, yeah, I kind of get it.
Prissy little fuckers.
Yeah, 11 to 1's not great, buddy.
11-0.
Oh, sorry, 11 to nothing.
That was a complete blowout.
Yikes.
Fucking nothing.
I haven't kept track. Are they doing at least okay this year?
I haven't even noticed. I mean, the Twins usually do all right in the relative aspects. I mean, they usually do better than the fucking Vikings.
Oh, I see what happened here, pal. There's two. Oh, your two links are mixed together. That's what happened. I see now.
Are they really?
Yeah, the second one has Hamlin
Oh,
brush
shit, yep,
so we just
look at
talked
that.
about, and then the other one. Okay, that's why I wasn't able. It kept bringing up the same thing. Like, what are you doing here?
I wonder if
Sorry,
I can
folks.
fix
Sometimes
that.
technology doesn't go our way.
I'm gonna try to fix that.
Yeah. Well, while you do that, I'll just jump into a fun one here that I saw that I think was sort of interesting, man. If I can find the right tab. This is from the New York Post. The FDA has put out a product recall for a product named, I'm just going to bring up a slightly bigger screen here so I can see what's up, of a product called Boner Bears. I'm going to assume you can guess what a boner bear is.
Okay, why do you keep going down this road? We just talked about the sex expo.
This one, it's just a coincidence. This one happened to
Oh
come
my
up.
God.
This is a chocolate flavored sexual enhancement product that's getting recalled because it has an ingredient in it that's basically Viagra. It's similar.
Why would people bitch about that? That you're getting exactly what you're fucking wanting.
It wasn't listed on the ingredients. I'm sorry. You bought fast acting max strength 3 doses per chocolate bar with, we'll put the photo up, folks, of two weird looking cartoon bears in a act called Boner Bears, and you didn't think there was something in that was Viagra Cialis-esque? Like, that's on you.
Well, and look, the way that they have the bears positioned on the package, they're definitely making it so just in case kids see the bag, they're not even doing anything. The one's sitting on top of the other one's back.
It looks more like a wrestle. Their faces look like a kid drew the cartoon, which is weird.
Pretty sure it did. So FDA laboratory analysis confirmed the presence of sildenafil in a batch of not so subtly bonded Boner Bear sex chocolates. Sildenafil is an active ingredient in the prescription drug Viagra, commonly used to treat erectile dysfunction. So yeah. Ooh. And that's not supposed to be in there.
No, and this is after this same company who also makes like a THC and mushroom edible products and drinks and things as well, right? This is their venture into a new area.
Well, they done fucked it up already. Good job, guys.
Actually, they already did, because back in February, all lots of the Boner Bear chocolate syrup that they had prior to this were also recalled. Not a lot, like is listed in this one. It's got the lot number and everything. All of them. Every lot of those, they pulled all those. That was just in February, and then this happened. I don't think this company is going to keep down this road.
Jesus Christ. They
Yeah,
keep
I mean,
fucking it up.
I understand that you have to have it on there because Viagra can cause problems with hearts and strokes and diabetes if you have some of that stuff, is my understanding. So, okay. Look,
Lord.
interesting. So, anyways, I just thought that was fun.
It is funny, but I mean, for the love of God. But it can, so that's the deal. Like with people with certain other medical problems, sildenafil can actually cause some massive, massive problems like
Oh, I would have to
stroke
think.
and heart attacks. And,
Let's get that out of there. I want to bring up your Minnesota Twins thing now that I got a chance, buddy. You're trying to include more sports in your life? Is that what's happening? Or you just thought it was funny that the
no,
local
just
team got thumped?
no, we just have a lot of people that listen to us that are sports fans, and I just wanted to bring up that our local team got their asses kicked.
I like it. If someone listening can explain to me why specifically Edina was getting booed at the Twins game, I'd really like to know. Because they showed a clip of the opposing pitcher at one point
Yeah.
looking up into the crowd because he was probably assuming they were chanting at him, but it wasn't his name.
And then he figured it out and went, "What the fuck?"
Well, yeah, he didn't seem to figure it out. Like somebody must have explained it to him in the dugout or something later because he looks up at the crowd like, okay. Like if it was me, for example, I can see you going, fuck McKinnon or fuck Jason or fuck my team name or whatever, chanting that.
Right.
But I think he was sitting back going, you guys know that's not my name, right?
That's funny.
So,
So yeah, the Tigers thumped the Twins on the 11th, but the Twins also beat the Tigers 6-3 on the 10th. Like,
I think they're usually I think they're usually 3 game series a lot of the time. I wish I watched more baseball. I've been trying to be good about it.
and I mean, Twins usually do pretty good. Like, they're not a bad team. I can't do baseball. I can't watch baseball. I've been to like 3 games. I fell asleep during 2 of them.
I I prefer the minor league one a lot better. I enjoy that when I go. It's just kind of a funner experience, you know what I mean? I've got set up to take my brother-in-law and my nephew to a game this fall because they all really are into it. So we got tickets from the shop or nothing. You just signed up and picked your date or whatever, right?
Oh,
I'll definitely go and enjoy a day out. I'm not going to try this 999 challenge. I think is that what it's called. Anyway, so here's the
so
deal. You during 9 innings of the game, you drink a beer an inning and a hot dog an inning every inning. 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings. I guess it doesn't have to be within the inning. You can get ahead a little bit and catch up or fall behind. Like, you know what I mean? As long as it at the end of the game turns out to be 999. No thanks.
no, people are going to be puking all over the fucking place.
Dude, I would have a tough time with 9 stadium beers to start with.
Right.
And I listen, folks, there are very few people in this world who love a cheap, steamed, wrapped in tinfoil ballpark hockey game hot dog like I do. They're great off the barbecue, right? But I love a cheap, like event hot dog. And I can't eat 9 hot dogs. Like, oh,
That's a lot, man. So currently, right now, the Twins are sitting at 30-36 for the season, and they're in third in the AL Central.
with a
So they're
losing record.
Yeah, they're not doing. I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
But that is as of right now in the seasons. It's early in the season.
uh, again, part of the problem with baseball, this isn't a bitch fest, folks. It can't be that many games for me. I love
Yeah,
hockey, and an 82 game hockey season is long, and I think the baseball season is 182 games. Like,
something like that,
it's
right?
a lot, man. They play double headers like regularly, I
Yep.
think. But yeah, I think the baseball season, we'll look it up here. I think it's 182 games. Like, that's a little much for me to commit to because you can't care about losing 2 or 3 games in a row as much when it's 2% of your entire year.
Yeah,
Like every loss and every win, it's definitely the whole sport of it doesn't mean nothing until you get to the last like 6 or 8 weeks.
right.
In the same way you can watch the last 2 minutes of a sporting event and kind of catch what's going on. So on the sports note, are you looking up how many games they play? Yet. John's going to get back to us with that.
162 regular season scheduled
162.
games.
Okay, still, so almost twice,
God.
almost twice the hockey season. Definitely more than football. Definitely more than basketball. Like for sure.
That's just a lot. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Also, real quick side note, I didn't look up any like information or anything, but if it's not coming across your social media feeds, folks, look up the chaos going on in New York with the NBA finals.
Oh yeah.
It's worth it
Fucking
just to
bad.
watch the videos. They had what the police were calling entertainment related riot on a night they weren't even playing last week.
What the fuck?
It wasn't even a night they were playing. People were just out in the streets excited. Like, I'm good on you. You're excited for your team to be in the finals. Great. I don't understand why some cities just take it a matter of personal pride to get out in the streets and just fuck shit up just because their team is like.
Yeah, I've never understood that. Even when I was a kid, seeing it on TV and news and stuff like that. Like fucking, I remember Chicago fucking just losing their shit after some big win over some sport. I'm all like, so people are mad? No, they're happy, they're excited, they're pumped. I'm like, so they're stupid.
Right.
You're gonna
Yeah,
destroy your town for your
so
team.
you're telling
winning.
me you're going to go out and run ragged on the streets after a win, but also a loss?
Right.
It almost seems like maybe it's not worth having your championship games in your city, win or lose. Like, there's got to be
Right.
people within the government infrastructures of some of these cities, Philly and whatnot. I know that Philly's a big one for it too,
Oh,
right?
Philly's a huge one
Right.
for it.
Philly's a big one for it. For all their sports, really. Like,
Right.
they have to factor in, like, well, it's going to cost, $80,000 to replace light poles and, towing a car off the street that got burned. Well, that's another like 20 grand plus fixing the street. Like, they must be somebody sitting back doing the math going, every time we have a championship season, everything gets screwed up. Like, fuck.
Yep. Are they working that into their annual budgets every year? Like,
Do the teams or the commission controlling that particular sport in this case basketball, is it the NBA? Are they responsible for part of that? No.
no, fuck no.
They're
No.
legally protected on all of that. Like, no,
Right.
you said you wanted a team.
Right.
And let's just jump on the sports here for a little minute because I know there's some locals. The Chicago Bears football team sounds like they're going to Indiana.
Yes. Moving
Moving the team
Like
because they
fucking
wouldn't
bouncing.
build them a new state. Bouncing.
It's like about
Listen, I like football. I love my team. I've never been to the city. I've never been to Denver. I'm going one of these days. Shout out to my brother. We were going to go this year, and then bills and life come up. What are you going to do, right?
right.
But you can't let one of the oldest teams in your sport bounce. But it happens all the time.
Yeah, just
So
because
what-
they wouldn't build them a fucking stadium, right?
And usually that's what it is. It's almost always like, hey, our stadium's old and shitty. We need a new one. And the state's like, nah. Because everybody argues, right? The state doesn't want to pay for it. It's not our team. It's not the Illinois Bears. It's the Chicago Bears.
Right.
And Chicago goes, yeah, but we bring tourist dollars in outside of Chicago proper. What?
Right.
No, we're not paying. Well, you should have to pay some. And then all of a sudden the team goes, well, fuck you then. Indiana's going to build us a brand new one right down the road. Hope we keep our fans and gain some new ones, and it balances out to 100% at the end of the day. Like, that's crazy to me. But it's happened so many times, right?
But then you have places like fucking Dallas.
Right.
The owner built the fucking stadium. Got some money from outside sources, but primarily the owner built it. That sounds like he's better at finances than anybody else is.
Willing to take on a little risk, knowing there'll be some money in it.
I mean, it's not like the fucking Cowboys are some knockout fucking team either.
Yes, exactly. Right. And I think the last time I heard the statistic, I don't know how true it is, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. I think there's only 6 teams, and it might be down to 0 now, that actually need to charge ticket prices.
Really?
With all the money they make through food and advertising and merchandise and all that.
Oh, I got to look up the statistic.
Yeah.
I got to look that up, buddy.
Yeah, I think there's very few, if not any of the teams now, that could legitimately still be profitable and give their tickets away for free. So while John's doing
Yeah,
that,
keep going.
yeah, well,
Keep the
yeah,
people
'cause
entertained here.
yeah, while John's doing that, we're gonna look into something that I've been finding real fascinating here. As you know, Canada and maybe you don't know, Canada, the United States, and Mexico are all co-hosting, hosting, if you say that properly, the World Cup of Soccer. Big deal to have over here. The multitude of reactions from not only the players on these teams, but the foreign tourists who are coming to America for the first time are incredible. I'm going to talk about a few of them.
Yeah,
You look like you found something.
yeah, it's
Okay.
zero.
It's zero now.
None
Okay.
of them actually need to sell tickets to make
That's
a
what I thought.
profit.
Okay. Just,
They
yeah,
could
FYI,
all just
folks.
fucking be just free.
So just, yeah, think about that. All those teams would be profitable and you could get in for nothing. Instead, they charge you a gazillion dollars a ticket and everything to eat and drink and buy costs a fortune.
Because of the league's massive media contracts and strict revenue sharing policies, every franchise receives hundreds of millions of dollars annually before a single ticket is ever sold.
Yep, there it is. I mean, come on,
The national NFL payout. Oh my God, listen to this. The national payout, the NFL's national revenue pools, which include multi-billion-dollar TV broadcasting rights, are split equally among 32 teams. Okay. This guarantees every franchise a baseline national revenue well exceeding $400 million a year. 32 teams, 400 million. That is a lot of fucking money, dude.
That's a lot of money, right?
Ticket sales
again,
and luxury suite revenues are classified as local revenue. However, even this pool is heavily shared. The NFL requires teams to put 34% of their ticket revenue into a general pool that gets divided equally among all 32 clubs. What the fuck?
what a racket they got going. What a
And then
racket they got.
How many fucking millions of dollars did Minneapolis have to fucking give the NFL, like pay for the NFL to have freaking Super Bowl here?
Listen,
How many
I can
millions
tell
of
you,
dollars was that?
I was personally responsible for part of that cost. Like, I'm not going to say any numbers because I still work for the same company. But when the Super Bowl was held here, our company had a contract at one of the two hotels that the teams were staying at. Just the electrical portion I was doing now was in each room, I was replacing 3 of the outlets from standard duplex receptacles to ones that had 2 receptacles and 2 USB plugins on them. I didn't have to shut off any breakers except one because in each room, the ones behind the dresser on either side or the night table on either side of the bed literally just plugged into another receptacle behind the bed or unplugged. Unplug, change it out. Same thing under the desk, 3 in each room. It was the home for wayward apprentices for 7 weeks.
Right.
That was just our little tiny portion of what we did in one hotel that should have been 12 weeks and got it done in 7 because it was nothing. Easy,
Right.
easy. I can tell you that bill was big.
Right.
And that was just one small part, tiny part of that whole thing. When
That's
those,
fucking nuts, dude.
they love having big sporting events come. There's money to be made.
Nuts.
They're definitely there. But yeah, that's wild. But yes, the videos that have been getting posted from everybody involved in the World Cup has been a wonderful addition to my algorithm that was almost getting to be exclusively fishing because I've talked about it recently, folks. You look at enough stuff all the time, and that's just what they show you.
Oh, and
this has been a breath of
time
fresh
looking at
this.
fishing.
Yeah, this has been a breath of fresh air because I kind of fucked my algorithm, and it's been a lot of fishing shit lately. Everything, and this is my favorite quote. Everything's bigger in every way. Talking about this is a guy from Scotland, I think Scotland, that came to the States. The vehicles are bigger, even the buildings are bigger. I'm just going to talk about a few of my highlights here, okay? A dude that went to his first Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a Buc-ee's is, folks, and you're local, you know how great a Quick Trip is compared to a normal gas station? They have food and produce. It's just a big step up, right? Meats and packages like a deli counter and a fucking butcher's
Right.
Buc-ee's is that on steroids.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is like a grocery store inside of a gas station, inside of a truck stop, inside of a gaming arcade.
With a half a Cabela's worth of, you can buy a kayak at Buc-ee's, folks.
Right.
You know, a small boat. Like they sell everything. It's a gigantic. We have everything here, Buc-ee's. Their mascot is like a beaver, so they sell merch with Buc-ee's. People buy them all the time.
Yep.
This guy's just reaction to being at a Buc-ee's. He's like, this is a petrol station. Like if you see these come up, folks, if I find the exact videos, I'll post them. Try to anyway. This is a petrol station. He's like, you could gas up. I had to count. You could gas up 48 cars at one time.
Yeah.
The big one in my town is 5. Like, you know?
Right.
There's a fun one with a young Italian guy. I think he is a member of one of the team, like the Italian team.
Okay.
His freak out over, and I had to look this up because I didn't know. It was 2 things in the same video. He was amazed when he came back that the Coke and the glass on his table. He looks at his friend. He goes, "Hey man, it's free refills."
Right.
And the guy's like, no, like they'll refill it, charge again. He's like, no, free refills. He's like, I could drink 1,000 Cokes. The guy's like, we don't want to drink 1,000 Cokes. He's like, yeah, but I can. And he takes a big drink and he's like, gets brain freeze. He's like, oh wait, that's right. Because I guess a lot of places overseas don't give you ice. I ran it by Doug yesterday and he's like, oh yeah, it's not everywhere. Like some places sometimes will be ice in your drink, but he's like, a lot of places, no, it's just, it's cold as it's cold. And you don't get ice.
Yeah.
You get brain freeze. He was so excited about free refills.
Yeah. The London area, you'll get ice and stuff like that. Well, like where I've been to. Ireland, you get ice.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
at
I
least
can
is
see
places.
German, Belgium, like I can see those don't do ice.
Yeah. You were asking me before we got started. So you mentioned that I had my fancy new Bass Pro Shop hat on here, folks. Maroon,
Right.
limited edition. Not really.
Not really. Like
$5.99 in a big giant basket with like another 300 hats at the start. I had just got one when I went in the other day. So what I was going to tell you was one of these things I'm going to bring up from some foreigners that are here enjoying themselves for the World Cup was about Bass Pro Shops. I made a mistake this week, buddy. I was going through trying to go place to place. I was looking for a new dryer. My dryer took a shit. So we used the clothesline for long enough. We needed a replacement dryer. So as I was bombing around, we were looking at a few places, ended up buying at the very first place we looked. How often does that happen when you make a big purchase? Side note.
Right.
You go 10 different places and end up going back and looking at the first thing you looked at.
Yep.
I thought, well, I'll swing into Cabela's.
Oh, you mean Bass Pro?
Bass Pro, right?
Cabela's is no longer.
Yeah,
Cabela's.
it's Bass Pro Shop now. They still have the signs outside our Cabela's, but it's Bass Pro Shop now, right? Which they were trying to encourage everybody to get into by having a whole basket full of cheap $5.99 nice brand new Bass Pro Shop hats. Right. They wanted the word out there, right? They wanted to sell some cheap merch.
Right.
I don't know, 5 minutes into me looking into the fishing aisle, I made the mistake of bringing the missus with me because we were together looking at dryers.
Yeah.
She immediately taps out. She's like, yeah, I'll be walking around looking at stuff. I'm like, yeah, I won't be long. I promise I won't be long. 15 minutes later, I'm like, all right, this is going to be an argument if we don't get out of here.
Yep.
Walked around, found her, looking at God knows what.
Yep.
Bought her a pair of shorts she had in her hand just to, appease her because I had a basket full of fish and stuff again. I'm like, all right, I'll come by myself next time, honey.
Yep.
I bring it up because, again, I'll find these posts and I'll put them up. There is a nice British couple, look to be mid-40s, who are over here for the World Cup. They came earlier. They're making a whole trip out of it. They came early. They're staying late. They're traveling around, but they're documenting the whole thing on social media. Their reaction to coming out of the Bass Pro Shop in whatever city that they were in, it's one of the 2 funniest things I've seen this year. They're so excited in the same way that the other Scottish guy was excited about Buc-ee's, about what you can get all in one place, apparently is wild to most of these people.
Right.
I assumed a lot of places had these giant box stores, for lack of a better term. I guess not. I guess that's kind of a North American thing. Like,
it is definitely a North American thing.
Yeah, they both had 2 full bags. It's like shop bags full of stuff. They both had a brand new hat on. Like, one of the guys got himself a hoodie. They're like, you have to go to, and I can't do them justice, right? They're just saying, like, you'd have to go to 5 or 6 different places to get what I just got in there, and it would have been 3 times the price.
Yep.
It's like, oh, and if I drove by this one, there's another one 20 minutes from here, not in the next city, but just down the road. Like, yeah.
Right. And it is so much cheaper for Europeans to travel and come over here than it is for us to go over there. because of the exchange rates. We have to spend right now, I think the exchange rate for us to go over there is 1.38. So like you spend an extra 38%.
That's quite a bit.
They
Yeah.
save that money coming here. So like it's substantial. It adds up really fast.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I haven't traveled overseas, so what do I know, right? I'm glad you have a little bit of experience. So I'm just going to split screen you here because I got signed out of our Google, or not Google, but Chrome for some reason.
That's
We'll,
weird.
yeah, we'll worry about that after the fact. So keeping on the same note, people laughing about certain shampoos and deodorants being locked up and other ones not right beside it at the same price point. not,
Really?
not understanding that. Like, I guess they weren't here for all that, right?
That's
People
funny.
were like jamming into places, loading up with whatever they could, running out because nobody was stopping anybody there for a while.
Yep.
So, but here was my favorite, pal. And this was two different groups. It was the German team for the World Cup. And we'll definitely have the link in the show notes of this young British fan of her reaction to thinking she might be the first British girl to ever try a chicken and waffles combo at the Waffle House, which definitely isn't the case. There's somebody else who's done that before.
Yep.
Watch the reaction video, folks. It's funny and the lady's adorable. I highly recommend watch the video. It's just watching somebody see something like this for the first time and trying it, you forget because you see it in like young kids and babies where they try ice cream for the first time or chocolate or whatever. And just that wide-eyed, like first time, wow. Seeing it in a grown adult is sort of hilarious.
Right.
And of course, the on the link there too, folks, the German soccer team that posted their excitement about it. Not only did they go to the Waffle House and have their first experience, it was at 1 o'clock in the morning, as it should be at any Waffle House. If you're gonna go in back shift,
Yep.
see the real world. Because again, I haven't been overseas. I assumed, maybe I make a lot of assumptions about other places. I assumed they also had chain greasy spoons. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Like
Like
again, I've been over there, but everyone's kind of
they,
excitement and
they have
amazement
their
about
own
it.
they have their own versions for
Like
sure.
I would have thought, right?
Yep.
I assume it's I mean, the proportions of everything we've talked before are so huge here.
Right. They're
Like
gigantic.
we're aware of that, right? Compared to anywhere else, like
Yep.
your proportion in a meal here is ridiculous.
Oh, even in coffee over there, a large coffee is like 12 ounces.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Because somebody drink it. Because you get an espresso or like a cappuccino and it's a little tiny normal sized one.
yeah. Yeah. When I go over there and I order coffee, I usually order two large coffees and
Yeah,
carry two of them with
just
me.
to make up to the quick trip Tim Hortons like size of a normal like large, right? It's
Right. Come on, people. Like, get your shit together. The exchange rate currently, let me redact. The current exchange rate is our dollar to 0.86 of a euro. So they get dollar 15 per euro from us, which is about $1.16. So
it makes a
it's
lot of sense
closer
that's
than it was when last time I went to Europe.
I do recall the first couple trips my missus made here when we were first getting to know one another. The exchange rate was at the time rarely in exchange for uh, Canada on one of the trips. Just in it wasn't so huge. So like her first trip here, she got like $1.40 on her exchange, and she was like, "Oh, we're coming up there, right?" She's like, "Oh, this is amazing." And the next time it was only like $1.08 or $1.10.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, that's fucked." I'm like, "You're still getting more money." Like it's
Right.
not like it could be the other way. You could have handed the guy $100 US and he gave you back 80 Canadian. Like at
Yeah.
least you're doing all right. You know what I mean? And it does
Right.
remind me of one of my favorite stupid jokes over the years. If you got a second, man. Uh, a businessman is traveling from Japan to the United States, and when he lands, he takes some of his local currency and he goes over to the booth and he exchanges his money for American money. $500 he got on his 200 worth of his currency. He's there for his business trip for 3 days. He goes back to the airport. He figures, well, I better exchange my stuff back. And when the exchange goes back, he doesn't get as much back as he did the first time as they made the exchange. And he looks at the person and says, hey, what's going on? Like, I should have got more money back when I exchanged. And the person looked at him and goes, well, fluctuations. He's like, well, fuck you white people too. We can use that as my is it racist section for this week, folks. This, I know, stupid dad joke, right? But
That's a good one. I like that
when
one.
I heard it,
I
it
like
was
that
always
one.
one of my favorites.
I like that one.
Well, buddy, I got nothing else for this
Buddy.
one unless you can think of anything you missed.
Man, we've got a lot of local news happening. We got a lot of things happening. Like shit's breaking loose. People are getting shot and stabbed and fucking all over the place. Like it's just a shit show out there. But I really don't want to dive further into the nightmarish hellscape that we have.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it a little fun here this time. Yes, I was definitely logged. Well, this is good, man, because my laptop and everything is starting to lock up here. I might lose you at any second.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I can't bring nothing up. I can still see you and hear you, but everything
Oh.
else is locked solid. You might have to reset between here.
Well-
If you've got the copy up,
I can get the copy.
yeah, get the copy up. I can't get the copy up.
See, my stuff isn't broken. So
Yeah, well, you got fancy shit. That's why.
everybody, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to us all the way to the end here. I just want to take a minute to let you know, check out everything at ISAW at ISAWpodcast.com. Right there on the website, you'll find the tab for buying us a beer if you want to support the show and be named a sponsor of one of the upcoming episodes. And it's you can find the Be a Guest tab if you actually want to join us for a future recording. If you got something to say, if you just want to like reach out and shoot the shit and whatnot, we can also do that. You can also reach out for feedback and episode ideas. You can call or text us at our hotline for our show at 507-607-ISAW. That's 507-607-4729. Leave a message and we actually just might play it or read it out on a future episode. So but thanks again, Jason. Thanks for joining me on another Saturday.
Yeah, it's a rare recording on a Saturday these days. We're going to try to be consistent, folks. It's summertime, so John and I have been busy. So if you saw a little gap there, we're going to try to get back on track here. We appreciate you bearing with us.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we're not going to make no more excuses. We said it a million times. This is for free. So if we miss a week now and then, apologies, but you do you. But we'll be back.
I actually want to get everybody's opinion on what they thought about the last episode with the remote recording. I want to hear some things.
The sound quality wasn't bad.
I fiddled with it a little bit.
Yeah, you were on just like a plug-in one-sided cord headset mic, yeah?
Yeah, that was my laptop and yeah, headphones with mic.
Yeah, see, I didn't think it turned out too bad. But yeah, I agree. If you got any feedback, it definitely sounded different for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
remote
echoey.
hotel room, like on the road. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for taking the time today. Thank you, everybody, for listening again this week. We really appreciate you. As always, remember that your work keeps the world working, and hope you're having a great summer so far. Cheers.
Yeah, stay safe out there. Sláinte.